So far, 2022 has been a prominent and productive year for Gemini. This is because you spend most of your time with Jupiter this year in your 10th house. This is the most auspicious position for Jupiter to be in any chart, but even more so for you, since your 10th house is one of Jupiter's signs, meaning that the planet of expansion has all the power to help you spread your wings far and wide. With that said, the past few months had a bit of a shift with Jupiter entering your 11th house. This is by no means a worse place for Jupiter to be in. Despite it not being his sign, this is the house where the prolific planet can bring about meaningful connections and friendships into our lives. While less dramatic than the 10th house, the 11th is your second best. Now that we have such a picture painted, you know that either way, Jupiter's got your back. This will be important to remember because this month, the planet will be getting ready to start its retrograde by the full moon happening on the 28th of July. The retrograde means not that Jupiter will be weak but that the ease and flow in finding allies at this time will slow down and backtrack. The last few months were merely a sneak peek into 2023 when Jupiter officially enters your house of friends and stays there for most of the year. So, know that July is your month to go back to business. Take all the advice you need this month, as you'll need to diligently apply them going forward. While this month builds up many of the intense transits coming ahead, for Gemini, they're more likely to be manifested internally in the form of anxiety or restlessness. In other words, the pressure for you to go big is on. Another vital transit to pay attention to is the full moon this month happening in your 8th house. The 8th house is the place of loans, debt, and shared resources, and having that area highlighted at a time where partnerships are already prominent in your life could suggest that some of the assistance from your allies could be monetary. It could even be that you finally get the money you needed to make a dream project a reality, and the Jupiter retrograde coming later into your 10th house could be a confirmation of the return to that idea. Mercury, the ruler of your sign, will also be in your 2nd house during this lunation on the 13th of July. This gifts you with the insights and commercial prowess of the god of trade themselves. Don't be afraid to be bold with your moves. There's really no time to waste here. This month, the new moon is also very interesting, even more so for you. This is due to the fact that it happens very close to the triple conjunction between Mars, Uranus and the North Node taking place on the 1st of August. This transit is one of those that come with the potential to shake things up globally, with both the planet of discord, Mars, and the world of revolution, Uranus, getting together with the intensifying mathematical point in the moon's orbit, North Node. On a global level, this can escalate things overnight but fits all internal for you. Almost as though you're only seeing all of this lack of order from your basement window. You'll know something's up, but you'll also see that you're protected. At this time, isolation is actually a positive way to deal with the anxieties of modern life. One other important factor about this moon is that it happens in your 3rd house. This is the place of siblings, close friends and daily rituals such as prayer, meditation, and other practical spiritual matters. When it comes to friends and siblings, you might want to pay extra attention to whoever plays such roles in your life. With Mars' involvement in these transits, it could be that they're off-put by the new alliances you've made through the last months. You'll have to try your best to make these figures not feel left out to avoid conflict, though it might be a little tricky since this will be entirely a product of their perception. The potential for this tension to escalate is higher if you were born during the day, so take extra care and be sure to communicate any issues that might arise. However, if this house seems to be hinting at its more spiritual side for you, this can open the room for some somewhat transcendental experiences, but those who are not necessarily easy to digest, a bad trip, if you will. So proceed with caution. July is looking quite bright for Gemini, other than the late month hiccups. You're just getting ready to make big moves in the months to come, so be sure to pay attention. You're not overlooking any details. Here's to a great year.